All right. Well, I'm going to wait for people to get in here, but we're, let's see here. Bridgewater misses the throw, and the Broncos are going to punt here. So we're back. All right. And 2-2 out will put a nice move, but man, he fell down. Jake, who is the best Rams rookie? We are back, and we are better because I'm not seeing any bars dropping, which is good. We'd like to see that. We'd love to see that. The best Rams rookie, probably, it's tough. It might be Ernest Jones, just right off the cuff, because I think Jacob Harris has a chance to be the most explosive, right? But when you talk about the best, what do you mean by the best? Are you talking about the guy that's most NFL ready? Because that would be Ernest Jones. If you're talking about the biggest like upside, the best upside, that's probably Jacob Harris. You know, but I would probably say Ernest Jones is the best right now. Maybe even Tutu Atwell. He's just not going to be in a role to really showcase it. What's up, Trevor? How's it going, Ashley? Thanks for joining. Buddy, we did stop him this drive. Thank you guys for joining. I'm sorry about all the mess. Wasn't sure what was going on, but now we actually have some good... We have a good connection, so we're not like just choppy as all hell. Yeah, I don't think Teddy's looked that good so far. TO Sports, to be honest with you. And I like Bridgewater. I haven't been overly impressed with Bridgewater. I think that's the best way to put it. So, Will, how we doing? What's up, Snake Jr.? You know what I'm sipping on? Haha. Sparkling ice. Someday they're actually gonna, you know, sponsor me. All right, so here we go. Maybe. There's no... This is really throwing me off, this stream, because there's no commercial break. Not saying I want one. But it is throwing me off. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Rams had no issue moving the ball. I mean, really no issue. I mean, they had, you know, a penalty that kind of jump-started it, but I think it was a warranted penalty. So I don't think it's anything crazy. Hey, Jake, should the Rams trade for Shaq Lawson with the constant injury worries with Obo and Terrell Lewis and cut them? I'm not really a huge Shaq Lawson fan. If it came down to it, I could understand cutting Obo because of the injuries and just giving the guys in-house an opportunity. You talk about Justin Lawler having a great first preseason game, and then, you know, Chris Garrett following it up with a great second preseason game. I'd rather see in-house guys get an opportunity before you make a trade. So this is a nice run here, bouncing it out, bouncing off a couple guys. Xavier Jones getting about 8 yards on that carry. Love to see it. I like this, by the way, that they're giving Xavier Jones a true look. showing that he all along was the running back too, and they're giving him an opportunity to do that. Perkins' consistency, exactly. The thing I like about Perkins, and what's up, Ashton? How we doing, my guy? The thing I like about Perkins, it's the consistency, but the fact he's always reading a defense, and he's able to quickly process. And he realizes, he's getting a ton of opportunity against not the best protection. As I say that, he has the best protection I've seen probably all preseason. Throwing a strike to, looks like it was J.J. Koski. They're not going to give him the first down, which is a little odd, but okay. All right, so under center is Bryce Perkins. They did give him the first down, and he is adjusting his protections at the line of scrimmage at the moment. Play action fake. He's going to throw it down the field to Atwell, who ran out before he got the first down in a weird way. I don't know. That was kind of weird. That's a really nice job. And, Kyle Fuller's playing way off the ball. Keep hitting him with that. Tutu's too good to be left like a 10, 12-yard cushion. It's respect because they're respecting the speed. Oh, that was going to be a huge run. But that's a great play by Von Miller. Oh, man. Xavier Jones is about to house that thing. Not a good block. Ooh, Coleman Shelton. Oh, he got bent back. Hope he's okay. Tremaine Ankrum missed the block there. And, this is great exposure for Tremaine Ankrum and all these guys. They're going up against starting caliber talent. I think that they've shown that they can get some push in the running game. That is not the issue. The issue is they haven't been able to protect Perkins. And we know this because Perkins is constantly running all for his life. So third, he was way off sides, but Perkins is going to run, get the first down and more. Beautiful play by Perkins. Guy was clearly offside, so not a bad work there. And he wasn't just trying to run. I think he wanted to create a play, but he does see, if you see, Chubb gets a nice jump, but I also think he was offsides there. And that's a nice job by Perkins to scramble to the right, get the first down on third and short. Ankrum's been playing well against Vaughn. It's no disrespect. It's more so, not that particular play he gave up. What's your prediction score for the Rams-Bears game to start the season? I have 38-10. I think the Rams are going to blow him out if they play Andy Dalton. Perkins surveys. He's going to fire and find Bryson Hopkins, who is having a pretty solid start to this game in the first quarter. He had a very pivotal moment where he caught a pass, broke 3 tackles, and got a first down, hard-earned first down that extended the drive that ended up getting close to a field goal. So we're going to probably see the end of the first year. They're not going to get a playoff. I don't expect them to, unless they're trying to. And they're not. So that's the end of the first quarter. It's 3-all. Bryce Perkins led Rams. Look pretty damn good, not going to lie. They probably should have had a touchdown drive the last time. If you guys aren't watching and you're hoping that, all of my play-by-play is good, I don't know if it's good. You're going to have to tell me that. But if you're not watching, you can know that it is 3-3. The Broncos have all their starters in pretty much, and the Rams have all their backups in except for a few guys that have starting experience that are fighting for roster spots, like Micah Kaiser, so to speak, and Bobby Evans. But all in all, the Rams look really good, I think. Their backups are in there, and they're playing tough. I think right off the bat, you got to give credit to some of the play that you've seen out of Juju Hughes. If you're watching, number 23 is looking really good. And on top of that, Bryce Perkins doing a nice job stepping up in the pocket, not doing too much, not trying to do too much, but not trying to do too little. I think he really is trying to let the game come to him and then he's making plays. He's not just wanting to scramble. You can see the quarterback mentality in him, which is what I basically screamed about the whole draft process, is that this guy at Virginia that everyone's just like, he's just a running back. Yeah, he ran a 4.5, but that doesn't mean he's a running back. He can make all the throws. He can make all the reads, and he has the confidence. He's a confident thrower of the football. I think the biggest issue with Perkins is his deep ball. When he puts that together, he's going to be able to start in this league. Do not sleep on Bryce Perkins. And by the way, I think the Rams are 100%. I'm sold on it. They're 100% going to keep Perkins. I have no doubt in my mind that they're looking at him and they're like, this guy is making better plays than Goff made. And now he's going up against starters. Now he has Von Miller chasing him. And he's making better plays than Goff was making. The better decisions. He's wanting to throw the ball down the field more. And he's able to use his legs to further the play. To further extend the play. His work off script. You guys know I've been a huge Perkins fan since the get-go. I've been a fan of him since Virginia. This guy broke his neck, okay? He has done so much to come back from this, and it's been so impressive, and I love this guy, and I hope I get to have him on this show soon. It sounds to me like we will be able to do that, depending, but we're, feeling good about Perkins. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from him. The Rams aren't having any trouble on offense. Nope. You have 37-3. Our second and third stringers move the ball on their starting D. I'm liking what I'm seeing, plus our third string versus the first string. Juju and Dede played well. Yeah. I think Dede, I will say this, unbiased, I think Dede got away with the PI on that third down play. I think it was against Cortland Sutton. Will Troy Reeder break out in 2021? I don't know. I guess it depends. I mean, right now it sounds to me, I was told the other day by somebody that Troy Reeder and Kenny Young are expected to start, and they're going to trickle in Ernest Jones more. So Ernest Jones is going to, like, earn his role, so to speak. Nothing there on that carry. That was funny. They showed Dalton Reisner scoring. Chris Garrett action. I don't think Chris Garrett's playing. Maybe he is, and I haven't seen him, but it's been quiet. All right. In the gun, empty set. Perkins is getting pressure, and Vaughn tried to get that sack, but he gets about 2 yards. So we're going to get a third and long here. Want to see Bryce against still the starters are out there for the Broncos. They're, Von Miller was on the pressure there, and he actually did. There was a nice job done by Ankrum. The problem is Evans was too far in, and so Von Miller with his quickness was able to kind of elude him and get to Perkins there. Now it's 3rd and 7. He's got 3 tackles on the night. Von Miller does. So what we're going to see here, how can Perkins respond? He's got Xavier Jones next to him in the shotgun. Trips to the left. Perkins gets all sorts of pressure, and he is sacked by about 3 different guys there. Josie Jewell, Alexander Johnson. I believe Chubb was on that, and the offensive line just collapsed. I think they just overloaded. Yeah, they just overloaded the left side. Alaric Jackson tried to do his part. And for the most part, Alaric Jackson did a nice job holding back Chubb. But that's a tough play there, and that's just a really nice blitz by Fangio's defense. And now we're going to see Matt Gay attempting a field goal here to take the lead. And he is going to strike this one through. So 54 yards. And the Rams take a 6-3 lead. I don't mind that, guys. You can't be perfect every drive. I thought Perkins showed some good things. I thought you saw some good things out of Xavier Jones. Look, pass pro, Xavier Jones is a willing blocker. He's going to work hard, but he is going to get out-muscled by guys like that, okay? He's got to get better in pass pro, no doubt. That's why he's the 3rd string running back right now. But that was exactly what you want to see you know, from if you're a Broncos fan, because I know there's some Broncos fans in here, that is a perfect blitz. That's exactly what you do on 3rd and long. You overload one side that you know, look, this running back, I don't trust him in pass pro. I know we can break through. And the thing is, you confine Perkins in a tight space like that so he can't escape, and you're going to win every time. But the problem is you can't do that every time because Perkins is so good. His escapability is fantastic. It's not easy to do that. So you got to credit, that's scheming, that is play calling, that's game planning. And that's a good job. And, you know, I know some people look at the tape and be like, oh, the offensive line sucked there. It's one of those plays, man, where, you know, you get them in the right place, the right time, you call it. There's not really anything you can do. You're dead to rights. You just hope it doesn't happen. But this is also what happens when you have your first team going up against the second and third teamers. So, and still, the Rams put points on the board. So, you know, I feel pretty good. I feel even better that we reset the stream because now all of a sudden we have 63 people in here, and before we were falling down to 7. I knew there was something up. I knew we had like no good connection, and it was giving me all sorts of weird stuff as far as the bit rate. So guys, for those of you who don't know, if the bit rate is too low, certain devices, certain connections like won't connect to it. It will buffer for certain, like, you know, different people. Not everybody can see it. So we fixed it, so to speak. Six to 3 though. I mean, their defense isn't playing bad, but the Rams offense is giving them some push. Yeah, I mean, the offensive line could be better for sure, but I think they're doing a solid job against the, you know, a tough matchup. And they're really doing, the defense is really giving Teddy Bridgewater some crap right now. Oh, nice. So good tackle there by Juju Hughes. Some nice pressure from Justin Lawler. Thought he could have gotten a sack there. And by the way, we're not going to see Chris Garrett early on because Terrell Lewis, number 52, is out there. Last year's 3rd-round pick out of Alabama. Finally back at practice. This is a big deal for him. Like to see him out there. I understand the injury concern and everything, but he needs to get the reps. Kareem Moore's playing the slot. And missed tackle there by Traven Howard, and that's going to be a first down. So Teddy Bridgewater is still in with the first team. They're running trips to the left here. And there is Eric Saubert from Drake University. Just took that for about 15 yards. Nice broken tackle there by him. And the Rams defense is, after a nice pressure there, they're giving up 2 nice plays by Bridgewater, moving the ball. Nice tackle by Justin Lawler downfield. You like to see that. And roll out here. And Albert O is brought down by Ernest Jones for about 3, with help, of course, from Dante Dion. So 2nd and 7. They're at the 38-yard line, 39-yard line, and driving here. Bridgewater under center. He's going to hand this off, and he is met in the immediately by Ernest Jones for a gain of nothing. Ernest Jones got right in there and did a nice job stuffing Royce Freeman. What's up, guys, on Facebook? I see you now. It was weird. I wasn't seeing you before, but I'm seeing you now in the chat thing. None of the O-line starters are starting, are they? No. Fangio, the blueprint on how New England beat us? Pretty much, yeah. Going downfield is Bridgewater, and he's going to find Cortland Sutton. Broken coverage there. It's going to be a first down on a 3rd and 7. Just did not have enough pressure there on Bridgewater. What's up, Michael? How we doing? Jones should start over Kenny Young. I think Jones definitely should start. I really like Jones. I mean, I stand by it. I think the Broncos got the better player overall in Baron Browning. I mean, he's higher on my board, I think, long term. But, early on, I think Jones is kind of, a plug-and-play type of guy. Now, this is going to be a test here for the defense. They haven't really experienced this today. There's a drive here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see. So 2nd and 4 here. Bridgewater's under center. They just put Chris Garrett in there on the outside, I noticed, and that's a first down for the Broncos with Royce Freeman, who is fighting, scratching, and clawing his way to try to find a spot on this roster. Now it is 1st and goal here at the 8-yard line. Bridgewater in the gun. He's got some pressure from Garrett, and he rolls out and finds Cortland Sutton for a touchdown. And, man, that was impressive by Bridgewater. But, I mean, you like to see Chris Garrett getting the pressure there. It's obviously a bummer to give up a touchdown. That's just a really nice drive, really nice bounce back from Teddy Bridgewater there. Got to give him credit where credit's due. He's going to feel the pressure here from Garrett. You might have gotten away with a hold there. Jonah Williams with the late pressure. Too late, though, against his body. And Bridgewater gets a touchdown with Sutton and Rochelle on the coverage. That didn't look like, I don't think Bowles is playing. I think it might have been Anderson. That was big time. Yeah, I think they're going to trade Hecker as well. I'm pretty confident they end up doing that. What's up, Jesse? It's weird. There's the Facebook comments going again. I don't know what's going on. What are your thoughts on Allen taking the center position? I think it makes sense. You draft him in the 4th round, in 2018 with the same year you got Noteboom. You want to see what he's about. You want to see what he can do. And, I think a lot of it came down to Bobby Evans forcing them to make a tough decision. And I think they had to, realize that he's not going to start for them. And they gave Corbett a shot at right guard, keep him at guard and give Allen a shot center. And I think worst comes to worst, by week 2, week 3, you'll know if Allen can play center or not. And if he can, great. You figured out something there. You found something. You're right. He looks better. He redshirted all last season with an injury and had COVID. So they're saying that he looks better in camp, looks noticeably bigger. If he doesn't work out, you can just go back to Corbett. And honestly, I don't think Evans would have the guard position. I actually have Evans getting cut. I don't have him making the 53-man roster. And I decided I was going to put that video out, but I decided it was kind of pointless. I think it was best to wait until after the preseason. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be waiting until after the preseason game. We'll get that 53-man roster projection probably come out tomorrow. So look for that tomorrow. Rochelle needs to get cut after this? Are you kidding? He's a raw dude. Did you know Robert Rochelle is a former wide receiver turned defensive back? He's only been at the cornerback position for like 2 to 3 years. Ooh, Jeremiah Haydell gets absolutely bodied. Not a horrible return by Davion Smith, though. He gets bodied. We'll see where there's a flag on the play, so we'll see who that is. There's a hold, and it's going to push the Rams back here. But we get the Rams back on offense with 6:53 to go. Oh, God, this is awful. This 360 view is terrible. So it's 10-6. Broncos lead, 6:53 to go in the second quarter. Bryce Perkins is expected to start every single quarter in this game. The emergency starter, in case anyone is wondering, is John Wolford. If they both were to somehow end up hurt, you still would not see Matthew Stafford under any circumstances. There's Perkins. Kendall Blanton gets the catch there and doesn't want to go down. He broke one tackle, was hooked on the other. And that's going to be about a 2nd and 5 there. Patrick Surtain on the coverage. So here we go. In the gun, 2nd and 5. Perkins rips it. And I thought he had the first down, but nice tackle by Patrick Surtain. Brings down Tristan Jackson, who was trying to make the corner turn. He caught the ball right over the middle. I thought he was going to try and get that first down, but got brought down. 3rd and inches, I believe. So apparently there was a hold on Tremaine Ankrum that they won't re-show. 2nd and 5 for the Broncos. All right. This does not seem smart to me to play your starters like this, but what do I know? I'm not a head coach. Second and 13 after the hold, the late hold, I might add. Perkins is at the 9-yard line. The crowd's going wild, and they are going to just play it cool, I guess, and hand it off. Horrible play call, in my opinion. So now it's going to be 3rd and 13. And now you have Perkins. Yeah, I don't get the play call at all. I mean, you have Perkins backed up at the 9-yard line. 2nd and 13, and you're not going to have him throw the ball. You're going to have him run to the left side, which is the absolute worst spot to run to. They've only been able to run to the right for the most part, so I don't understand that. Third and 12, Perkins in the gun, high snap. They're going to go with the bubble screen to 2-2, which was very ugly. And he gets taken down after a gain of about 4. I mean, you know, it sucks. It really sucks there. Hate the bubble screen. I hate playing that tough. I hate playing that conservative. Now you're sending Bojorquez out there to punt in his own end zone. I hate it. And Bojorquez booms this punt. Oh my lord, did he boom that? That went down to the 15-yard line and took a Bronco bounce down at the 19. That's a 62-yard punt for Bojorquez, who, guys, I hate to be real here, but I have to because this is this channel and I'm a real individual. I'm not going to cookie cutter. I'm not going to put some fluff on it. I love Johnny Hecker as much as the next guy. But Bojorquez, when they signed him, I didn't know what the hell they were doing. He is absolutely going to win the job. I have no doubt anymore. None. Perkins will make the 53. If you want to call these hot takes, that's fine. Micah Kaiser and Bobby Evans will get cut. J.R. Reed is going to make the roster. Bryce Perkins is going to be kept on the 53, and Bojorquez will make the roster, and they will end up trading Johnny Hecker to the Cowboys. That's what's going to happen. Oh, my bad, guys. Let's see. Holy Bojorquez. Okay, so I get that. I totally understand what you're saying, Sunshine. What I would say is that the Rams don't want to show too much, first off. Secondly, I think, at least in my opinion, they're trying to keep Perkins comfortable. You know, they're not trying to go too crazy with him. He's going up against the first team. He's going with, second, third teamers. Some guys that won't even make the roster are going to be his, wide receivers there. So, it's not the greatest of, opportunity there. So I think that's what they want to do. So, but I understand what you're saying. You'd like to see them stretch the field a little bit more for sure. Thoughts on Koski? I like Koski. I think JJ Koski is either a practice squad guy or he's done too much where he's going to go to probably Seattle. Especially with them losing John Ursua. So Bridgewater is out of the game. Royce Freeman's still in. Great play by Marquise Copeland, UDFA out of Cincinnati. And we're going to get Drew Lock now under center. They're showing Shelby Harris, so I don't know if anything's going on. So in the gun here is Drew Lock, and he's going to hand it off and immediately gets stifled at the point of attack by Michael Hoyt. Meets the running back in the backfield, and Royce Freeman loses about 3 on that. So it's going to be a 3rd and long here for Drew Lock's unit. No, Clay, I think you're right. Over on Facebook, Clay Dunn. I think you're right. It is sad. Hecker, Donald, and Havenstein, I believe, are the last St. Louis Rams remaining. Chris Garrett's on the edge. Pressure. Chris Garrett with the... Oh! Locke stays on his feet. And he... Wow, that was impressive. He's brought down... Bounced up, and he didn't get the first, I don't believe, but that was Lewis getting held there, tried to make a nice play. Garrett, yeah, Garrett, he had the sack, and Locke just landed on him, was able to stay up and run it. And then he got tripped up by Terrell Burgess. So it's going to be 4th and 6, and the Broncos are out to punt. Good sequence by the Rams defense. Yeah, Garrett came off the edge. That was a nice play by Garrett. You know, he was not going to beat him off the edge there. Had a nice anchor, and so he tried to stunt that. Went inside, and then eventually, since he went outside, since he went inside, he was able to go and move towards the left and the left on our side. And then be able to get Locke. The problem is Locke did a nice job of staying up on, his feet. Exciting play. I think Skoranek is going to get waived injured. And they'll put him on the practice squad unless another team wants to claim him. If they do that, I mean, that's kind of the unwritten rule. You don't do that, but, Typically, you don't do that. You don't put a guy... You don't... Like, I already told you guys this. If you guys saw my video with Raymond Calais, the Patriots notoriously taking Tyler Gaffney. They claimed him off of waivers, injured. He had suffered a season-ending injury, and then claimed him and added him to their injured list, so then they could add him to their IR. And then Carolina lost their draft pick. He ended up getting a Super Bowl ring because he was on the IR when they won the Super Bowl. Who do you think the linebackers are going to be for Week 1? I think it's going to be, from what it sounds like, it's going to be Kenny Young and Troy Reeder with Ernest Jones rotating in, and as well as Traven Howard. I think they'll cut Micah Kaiser outright. I need to get rid of this chat. I'm seeing Broncos fans making these... and I have nothing against Bronco fans. I like them, actually. But I'm seeing certain Broncos fans on this chat that's coming up, like, since I'm watching the game. I'm seeing certain Broncos fans try to make excuses that Teddy Bridgewater was playing with the backup offensive line, which isn't true at all. I think Jake Funk is making the roster. I don't think there's any way you could cut him and he'd make it through waivers. But what do I know? I have him making the roster. I think keeping 4 makes sense, especially two guys that have been banged up in their career. And Atwell gets the ball at the 30, and he takes off here. Nice 2-2 Atwell with the nice return. He's pissed because he knows he could have had about 20 or more on that. He gets about 16 on the return. Nice return for 2-2 Atwell. No hesitation, just catching the ball and making a play. Yeah, he almost broke loose there. You're right, Substance. Man, I like him. I like his sense of urgency seems to be there. You know, rookies are always trying to do so much. Not always, but a lot of them try to do so much, and they end up hurting themselves. Atwell seems to really just get it. You know, he's not trying to do too much. He's going to do what the defense is going to allow him to do. And sometimes that's the best, play. It's the best course of action. You don't want to do too much and hurt yourself, fumble, what have you, Like, I honestly thought on the deep throw that shouldn't have been thrown, but I understood it last week when Perkins got picked off. Atwell really made a nice attempt to punch the ball out. So, I just think, he gets it. I love the way McVay does preseason, really grows the guys behind the... Yeah, absolutely. This is the opportunity. These reps are so huge. Thank you for subscribing, Luis. He's snappy and reactive, but not trying to do much. That's true. Yeah, and that's important. We remember. If you watch the Rams for a while, then you remember Tavon Austin. As much as I love the guy, met him, he's a fantastic individual. Tavon had one issue, one curse. You know what that was? He always tried to do more than he needed to. He always thought, and it was constant. You could see him trying to go side to side and dance and do too much. If he just played his game and he just trusted in himself and played like he did at West Virginia, he would have been fine. But you could constantly see, him trying to do too much. It just didn't work. All right, so they come out with Perkins, empty set formation here. Nobody in the backfield. A free runner coming right at him, but he gets it to 2-2 Atwell for a gain of 4. He had Malik Reed, I believe, was the free runner right at him. Unblocked. And there is a throw that is incomplete. He was going towards Atwell. Patrick Surtain on the coverage, just a little bit out of the reach. A little inaccurate there by Perkins. And he's been pushed down a little bit. He's suffered, he got a pretty nasty sack earlier, so he might have he might be a little, not rattled, but disturbed a little bit. He's got to get back in the flow of things here. This would be really good for his confidence, only at 52 passing yards here. 3rd and 6 with 1:24 to go. This is 2-minute territory at the 49-yard line in the shotgun. Perkins steps up in the pocket, and he throws it, and it's just not a very good ball. It's going to fall to the ground. Underthrows Atwell on the far side. I do agree with that. I think that's Brian Greasy talking. Brian Greasy was just saying that Perkins has to make that throw, far hash throw. All these talent evaluators are looking at him to make sure he can make that. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. He should make that throw. I love Perkins, but he's got to make that throw. And Bojorquez is going to punt this one, and he's going to get it. Wow. They're going to get it to the 1-yard line. It was a great job by Bryson Hopkins on the special teams unit to keep the ball in the playing field. Obviously not allowed to go out of bounds. He was falling away. He tossed it. Chris Garrett kind of shuffled it over to Roseboom. Roseboom downs it at the 1. Fantastic punt from Corey Bojorquez. And that is just a fantastic job. At the 1-yard line, Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos will take over, 106. Defense is going to pin their ears back, hoping to get a safety here. Potentially. You got Justin Lawler, and you have Terrell Lewis out there on the edge. Locke struggled with that. He gets choke held pretty much. Put in a chokehold by Jonah Williams brings him to the ground. At the 1-yard line here, Locke is just trying to make sure he doesn't get the safety. So we'll see here now at 59 seconds. Timeout taken by the Rams. And they're still at the 1. They didn't really get anywhere. Locke kind of struggled to get out of the end zone. It looked like they might have had a safety. Now they're going to do it again. Handoff. And they get some real estate there. About 3. Rams really wanted a safety there. I don't think they're going to get it. Demore Crockett is the running back on that play. So we got 3rd and 6 here. What are they going to do after this? The Rams called the timeout. They want the ball back. Locke throws it over the top. Nobody there. There's going to be a flag. It was probably to draw some attention. I think this is going to be a PI. So it's going to be a pass interference flag thrown on Bronte Harris. Obviously, you don't like to see that, but we'll see this here. Played tough. And, yeah, good call. Holding on a little bit longer than you need to, about 7 yards. Of course, the rule is, I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want to him as long as it's within 5 yards and you don't completely trip him. First down here for the Broncos. The Rams' 2 timeouts are going to fall short of doing anything. Start at the 1-yard line, and now we're at the 12-yard line here. Garrett tried to stunt inside, didn't get it. And Alberto trying to jump over Terrell Burgess, not going to fly. Burgess did bring him down, although he did get the first down. Actually, that was... from what it looks like, he tried to jump over Kareem Orr. Wasn't having it. What's up, Rob? How we doing? Comes out soon. No, I can't argue with that call either. I'm not getting the game in New York. I'm streaming it, which is why I had so many internet issues to start. But we're doing well. We're over 100 viewers. All right, here we go. Lock. Oh, forced fumble there. Looks like Michael Hoyt gets in. A strip sack there. Michael Hoyt forces the fumble and picks it up, and the sideline is going absolutely nuts for him. That's a huge play for Hoyt because now the Rams are going to have this ball in the red zone from where it gets picked up. Hoyt gets off the edge. He beats Calvin Anderson and hits Drew Lock's arm, and it's a clean recovery, so it's going to be a forced fumble and a forced fumble recovery by the same guy, Michael Hoyt. He's trying desperately to make this team. I think he's more of a practice squad candidate, but I definitely don't think that hurt his chances of making the team. All right, so now at the 18-yard line, Bryce Perkins in the gun, and he's going to look, survey, feels the pressure coming from the right, and he's going to bounce this one to Koski. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. He's definitely feeling the pressure. Was a great play by Michael Hoyt. Gotta love that. They're ripping Drew Lock on the telecast right now. I don't know if I agree with it, but JP, thank you for subbing. Welcome to the stream. Empty set formation here for Bryce Perkins. We got trips right. Perkins surveys, goes through back to his first read, doesn't see anything in a run, and he's going to get about 4 yards there. I don't mind it. Didn't see anything he liked. Baron Browning was right there. All right, so there's now 22 seconds left in the first half. And those timeouts still ended up working out. I mean, not the way that they expected with the PI on Bronte Harris, but the strip sack by Michael Hoyt, they ended up getting the ball back, and they have a chance to score a touchdown here. That was really nice game managing by Sean McVay. Trips to the right here. He's got Xavier Jones next to him in the gun. Perkins gets the snap. He's looking for Atwell. He goes back to Atwell. Now he's going to dump it off to Xavier Jones, who's going to get it rather tackled by the neck by Baron Browning. He goes down hard. They're not going to call a face mask. I thought they could have, but Rams are going to run it down here to the 3-second mark. 4th and 4. They're going to kick the field goal to go down 10-9 at the half. What's up, Kevin? Welcome. Thank you for subbing. Let's see. And Matt Gay's on to attempt a 30-yard field goal, and it is good. So the Rams will go down at the half, 10-9. Great decision from Perkins. This is once again. So if you look at this, if you're a picky talent evaluator, this is once again a situation where you could be like, you know, Bryce Perkins could have done more there. He could have forced a throw. He could have tried to force the hand of the defense, tried to throw in a touchdown, right? But think about the thing here. He is not playing just the first half. He doesn't have to do anything crazy like that. He's playing to win the game. He is playing to stay alive, keep every down alive, not die. And so that's what I loved about that drive. Albeit it was short, understand where you are on the field, understand you don't have to get crazy with the football, understand ball security is everything. You have 3 points. You could only upgrade, to a 6-point and the lead here, but you don't want to lose everything. And being, very careless with the football, you can lose it all. So you want to score off turnovers. Obviously, you want to get touchdowns. But you got to play all 4 quarters. And so that's what I like about Bryce Perkins doing what he did there. Because at the end of the day, that's living to play another down. That's exactly what you need to do. That is what coaches want to see. They don't want to see you trying to attempt, like, even if he threads the needle there, right? One of those plays. Say he threads the needle on one of those throws in the back of the end zone, and he just gets it right between 3 defenders, and it's a great touchdown, right? I think he gets points docked because that's not the decision you want here late in the first half. You're trying to win the football game. You're down 6-10. You got a strip sack. You need to at least come away with 3 points. If you come away with 6 or 7, great, but you need to come away with 3. And if you're going to risk coming away with 7 and come away with potentially 0, that's going to be an issue. So I love that play by Perkins. Take what the defense gives you, but realize that you don't need to be the hero. So that's my thoughts on that. Okay, so the first half is over. Any thoughts, any questions? Jordan Rodriguez said Hoyt is making her 53-man roster projection. That's pretty interesting. He's not making mine at the moment, but I'm definitely going to go back because he made a really nice play. And it has had a pretty solid preseason so far. I really like Jonah Williams, but I don't even know if he's going to make it. It's going to be a tough call, Really going to be a tough call with these guys. First half recap, I think everything has been pretty lackluster. Perkins and Xavier didn't have a great half, although Hoyt had a really good half. So the way I see it, I don't think you're wrong. But let me just pull up so I can at least see the stats. Okay, so at the break here, Bryce Perkins, 10 of 15, 62 yards, 0 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, and he took a sack for a loss of 8. Xavier Jones averaged 2.9 yards a carry, 10 carries, 29 yards. Perkins added 6 carries for 24 yards. Tutu Atwell has 4 catches on 6 targets for 25 yards. Bryson Hopkins, has 2 catches for 16 yards. Xavier Jones has 2 catches for 11 yards. Michael Hoyt has a forced fumble at 4 tackles. He is leading the team in tackles, solo tackles, sacks, tackles for loss, and he's tied for the lead in quarterback hits. The other one is Bobby Brown, and the only other pass breakup is Juju Hughes, which we saw earlier, in the game. So basically, my takeaway is I would agree with you. I think Perkins got off to a good start. I think he's been a little bit, like I said, I think he's a little rattled. I think he needs to get going again. I like what he did in the moment. I liked how he lived to play another down. But what I will say is that, Perkins hasn't done too much. He hasn't done too little. But, 10 of 15 for 62 yards, that's only 4.1 yards, per attempt or per, reception. So, that is definitely dinking and dunking for sure. I'd like to see him. This is the thing. Perkins, his trajectory, right? When you're dealing with 0 to 9 yards, Perkins is very good. When you're dealing with 10 to 15 or 10 to 14 yards, still really good. Or 10 to 19 yards, still really good. Like his pass rating, I believe, is over 100, and I think his completion percentage is 74. 10 to 19 yards. 0 to 9 last week, it was 64. Okay? Past 20, that is the NFL level. If you want to start in the NFL, you have to show that you can throw deep down the field, and you can throw with accuracy, velocity, and touch. And that is the one thing that we need to see from Perkins. I hope the Rams are holding it against him when they go to make this, make the roster cut down, because he won't make it if they need him to be there. We got about 7 or so minutes left to go in the halftime break. But yeah, I mean, so far I do like Hoyt's play. I thought you saw some good things out of Chris Garrett being able to kind of move around, be a little mobile, getting a close sack. Really should have been a sack. Just one of those dumb luck plays where Locke ends up on your body, so he didn't actually go down to the ground. It's cool seeing Lewis out there. I think Lewis got a pressure, in my opinion. That's how I would have ruled it. He was being held, and probably, with one arm, he almost brought down the quarterback. So, you have that. I have 3 pressures for Chris Garrett so far and 1 almost sack. So that's something there. Hoyt's playing well. Jonah Williams had a pressure that I saw. But as far as that goes, you've seen Marquise Copeland getting, meeting the guy in the backfield. Nice tackle. You got a great tackle, couple really good tackles from Ernest Jones. Some good play from, of course, J.R. Reed, as well as Juju Hughes. Those safeties continue to emerge. Kareem Orr had a nice tackle earlier. And then you have Dante Dion, who's still out there. Definitely curious whether or not he makes the roster because he had not suited up. I said if he doesn't suit up this weekend, he's a lock. But the fact that he's suited up is very interesting to me. Is he not a lock? Is he? We'll see. Let's see. What's up, Jarrett? How we doing? Welcome to the channel. Wishful thinking, but I want to see Wolford. I'd like to see Wolford, but I'll opt to see Perkins. I do really like Perkins. We'll see. Hopefully we won't see Wolford all year. I love the guy, but I don't want to see Stafford go down. Jake, are we going to be able to get some film breakdown on certain rookies and or interesting depth pieces? Scott, great question. I will do my best to do that this week. We'll see if we can do that. It takes a lot of time to do the film breakdowns, plus I do get demonetized pretty much every time I do it. So, we will see. At the moment, and you guys know, at the moment I'm unemployed, so well, I can't say unemployed because this is my job in a sense. It doesn't make full-time money, so to speak, but obviously if I get demonetized on a video, it stings my wallet, so to speak. Duck Hodges done. Yeah, he got cut. Ankrum and Evans didn't look too great, although Ankrum was going against Von Miller. Also, Bojorquez and Gay did great. Yes, Bojorquez looks phenomenal. Matt Gay is doing his job and boomed a 50-yarder, 54-yarder, I think it was. Matt Gay 3 of 3 from field goal range, 54 yards. This is long. And then you had Jeremiah Haydell, by the way, looks good, returning kicks. He had a 40-yard return earlier in the game. He's had 3 returns for 80 yards, averaging 26.7, which, by the way, is better than a touchback, which is what you want to see. A kick returner should only be taking the kick out of the end zone if he's for sure going to be able to get you an average of over 25 yards. Otherwise, it makes no sense. So that 26.7 average, that's some good stuff by Haydell. On top of that, Corey Bojorquez. 3 punts for 154 yards, which is an average of 51.3 yards. He led the league in average for last season, and he is now punted twice in the 20. He had one down at the 1-yard line and has a long of 67 on the day. So you got to love that. Corey Bojorquez killing it tonight. What's up, Nugget? How we doing? I think all starters should get at least a few reps, 10 a game even. I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't do it. Did you see J.K. Dobbins go down the way he went down? That's why I would never. It just takes one play, man. It does not matter the snaps. They might be a little rusty when they play the game immediately against the Bears, but we saw it. The 2018 Rams going up against the Raiders. It was the Raiders on to open up the season on primetime, and we saw it firsthand. They started off a little rusty, and then they got going, and they looked really good. And it's funny, Steve Young said, this team can lose 4 games in a row, but they still did the right job by sitting everybody in the preseason, because then losing those 4 games, they're going to start taking off and being really good, and they'll be healthy, and that's the most important thing. So they ended up going 4-0, but ended up going 8-0, I believe, but Boho kicked it to another time zone. Crazy. Yeah, I know. What's happening, Ramley and Jake? What's up, LA Rams? How we doing? As long as it's a Ridge wallet. I do not have a Ridge wallet. Maybe I should get one. Let's see. So are we back? I think kind of. I think they're about ready to... Yeah, I think they're coming out of the break. Hey guys, if everyone could do me a favor, I have over 100 people in here. If everyone could hit the like button, it would really be appreciated. I see that at 40 likes. Just got to get that thing up because the algorithm. It's just the thumbs up. You could probably swipe up if you need to. If you have the chat up, I see 42, 43. Let's get that thing up. 48, thank you. Let's keep it going. I don't like begging. It's just I see a lot of people forget. Like, literally, I've had people be like, oh, I forgot to hit the like button. No worries. I do it all the time. I always have to go back to videos that I watched, hit the like button. That's how you support the creators on YouTube. YouTube is all about liking, and they will actually penalize you if you like the stream. It does not matter because they will penalize you if you are getting a lot of viewers, but they're not liking it. Believe it or not, the algorithm penalizes you. I could have 300 viewers in here, and if only 20 people liked it, they would just assume that no one likes my stuff. So that's why. 60. Let's keep it going. Hit that thumbs up, baby. 62. We got 22 in like a minute. Smash it like your life depends on it, but don't hit it double times. Otherwise, it'll get rid of your first one. $70. Let's go. Keep it up. Got 30 in 2 minutes. Let's get that thing up. We got 70 likes. Let's keep it going. $72. Let's get to 100 before the game starts. I think it just started. Yeah, YouTube has to know that YouTube's algorithm is entirely based on that. So it's unfortunate. I hate begging for likes. But I also don't feel like I'm begging because I think a lot of people like this and legitimately forget to hit the like button. Like, I do it all the time, so. You know, Lewis, I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but, you know. 74 likes. Let's keep it going. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up if you like the Rams. How about that? We got Drew Lock back out there with DeMaurier Crockett in the backfield. I believe Crockett was from North Dakota State. And Lock is going to be under center. Oh, this is interesting. I'm seeing, I think that's 97. Eric Banks off the edge. Sets the edge well. There we go. Eric Banks and Jonah Williams brings down DeMaurier Crockett. Come on, guys. 76 likes. Let's keep it going. Broncos have the ball. $77. Let's keep it going. We got Lock in the gun here. 2nd and 10. Eric Banks coming off the edge. I like these stand-up reps from Banks. Oh, nice. Broken up by Kaiser there on the coverage. 3rd and 10. Still at 77. Let's keep it going. Hey, Jake, who's getting the ball back? The Broncos have the ball. 1 like equals 1 Super Bowl. Calvin Anderson is at left tackle. 3rd and 10 here. Jonah Williams trying to get through. Could not. Deep down the field. And he had him. Lock overthrows Tyree Cleveland, which probably would have been a touchdown. I do think Bronte Harris got burned by Tyree Cleveland, the former Florida Gator. Sam Martin punts it, and Atwell gets it at the 25, trying to make something happen, and takes what the defense gives him. Not too much there. So about 3 yards there for Tutu Atwell, and the Rams' Bryce Perkins-led offense will come back out here. I can hear Royal Blood trouble coming in the background. That's funny. That's definitely a song to play when your opponent's on the field. That's a good, on offense anyway. That makes sense. Great song, by the way, if you guys don't know Royal Blood, the rock band. And here is Xavier Jones getting a lot of play early on, down at the 3 yard, not 3 yard line, 3 yard gain there for Xavier Jones. He is settling in. Atwell definitely is leading that group, the receiver group right now in preseason. Eric, the guy that got the strip sack, was Michael Hoyt. Perkins, he's going deep down the field, and he's going to find, it looks like it is Kendall Blanton. Nice catch by Blanton. I like that he finally threw it down the field. Perkins getting a little comfortable. See, once you complete that pass downfield, whether it be 10, 15 yards, 20 yards, what have you, you have to have some comfortability. And that's not really played well by the defensive back, but it's also thrown up there. You're giving your guy an opportunity. I think the Rams feel good about watching him throw that. They wanted to really see him test the defense. Now Perkins is in the gun here. Xavier Jones is next to him, takes the handoff. Nice cut there, and he's going to get about 7 on that carry. And that was made. You know, that's Xavier Jones creating yards. You know, he's a one-cut running back, but he can do a little bit more than that. He completely changed direction there. I love the way he moves. You go back to his tape at SMU, you definitely see it on display, why this guy had over 20 touchdowns in his last season at SMU. So 10-9. 10-9, the Broncos lead here. 12-15 and counting to go in the third. Bryce Perkins, 2nd and 4, has the ball past the 50-yard line. The Rams are driving here at the 48. Perkins is going to throw it down the field, hits a strike to Tristan Jackson, who's going to run for a few there. And they're down at the 19-yard line. A nice pass by Perkins, throwing it right on the money. And you see the confidence starting to build in Bryce Perkins. We've been waiting for that to happen. We've been waiting for him to take a risk. And I was saying, you know, earlier at the half, I was saying basically, I think the Rams want to see him and how he responds. He's been 10 of 15, averaging 4.1 yards per completion. They want to see him obviously spread the ball around and take that shot downfield. He is not afraid to do that, and he's shown that coming out strong in the second half. Ooh, nice jump fake there, and he's going to get Tutu, who gets about 6 there. It's going to be 2nd and 4. And you like to see that again. Tutu not trying to go crazy here, just taking what the defense gives him. But he's always open, if you notice. Tutu is always open. His speed is not just speed. He knows how to get open, and he's a lot different than Tavon Austin, I can tell you that. When people try to compare him to Tavon Austin, he's more of a route runner. He's more of a receiver than Austin. Austin was more of kind of a gadget guy. That might be his role early on, but make no mistake, Tutu Atwell can play on the outside, he can play on the inside, he can do a little bit of everything, but he is a legit receiver in this league. Empty set. Perkins is going to have to run for his life and potentially get this first down here, which he will as he extends the drive. That's a first down, extends the ball over the first down marker. Love to see that. And that is impressive there. Perkins had nowhere to go, was not going to be able to throw that ball. You see the escapability on display, but then just how fast he can go. I mean, that acceleration to get to the outside, and then, of course, the wherewithal to stretch the ball over the pylon. Love that. So first and goal here for the Rams. Bryce Perkins has responded in the second half. And here he is in the gun, feels comfortable, got 4 wide. He looks, he's going to throw, and he's just going to throw this away. There's a flag that comes in. There's probably going to be something here, either a defensive hold or a pass interference call. And he was throwing it there. Perkins is trying to get attention, just like Locke earlier was trying to get attention on the Bronte Harris hold. This one he was trying to get attention on something there. That's why he threw it out of bounds over there. Landon Q, the Broncos are winning 10-9. They're too worried about showing this guy talking. I can't tell you what happened. Brian Greasy just said the Rams are only keeping 2 quarterbacks. I don't know if he's talking about... I don't know what he's talking about. I think he's talking about what they normally do. I don't think Brian Greasy knows what they're doing. Second and goal, okay, so they either picked up the flag or they got pushed back 5 yards. I can't really tell. But second and goal here at the 9. Perkins steps up. He throws. He finds Jeremiah Haydell at the 4-yard line. And it's going to be third and goal here. So third and goal, 9:33 and ticking in the third quarter. Obviously, the Rams want to see a touchdown here. But keep in mind, live to play another down here. Perkins doesn't have to go crazy. Just has to make sure they have 3. Matt Gay is automatic in this range. They can take the lead 12-10. He's in the empty set here. He got trips left. We'll see what Perkins does. Gets the snap. He's going to throw the fade. And he is going to, it's dropped by Jacob Harris. Once again, it's the same play from last week. They said it was broken up. It looked like it was in Harris's hands. He had about a hand on it, but I think Locke was kind of all over him if they called PI, whatever. I like the throw by Perkins. The way it's thrown, the defender is not going to pick it off. It's a very low-risk play if you're going to throw the fade out like that. So you live to play another down in a sense, but you also give your big-bodied target an opportunity to go up and get it. He doesn't, because I do think that was PI. But what I will say is that, going up 12-10, that's a really impressive drive from Perkins. Obviously, touchdown would have been great, but I think you saw a lot of stuff where, he bounced back in the third quarter. Albeit, keep in mind, this is his first start, okay? Last week, he started the full game, but he didn't know if he was going to start. And originally, the plan was that we were going to get to see some Devlin Hodges, right? That didn't happen. So this game, he's prepared as the starter heading into this game. It's a little different, not really entirely entirely different, but it is a little different. And furthermore, the thing that I find very interesting about this game is that the majority of the first half, and while he didn't look the best, he hung in there and didn't make any unnecessary turnovers or anything like that against the first-team offense, or first-team defense. So I think that's definitely impressive, especially with who he has, what he was going up against. You like to see that, obviously. But furthermore, Perkins, his ability to respond in the second half, you love to see that. That's a good sign, and I'm sure the Rams are going to like that. you know, right now and when they go to make cuts. We're at 80 likes. Those of you who haven't liked it, let's do it. Come on. Thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up if you hit the thumbs up if you like the Rams or Bryce Perkins. There we go. We got 3 people right off the bat. Go Myles Garrett on that like button is just really funny to me. So we're back. Kind of. I don't know. They said we're back. I think they're keeping Perkins. I really do. I think they'll keep 3 quarterbacks. I think it's necessary. Nice head-on tackle by Christian Roseboom on special teams. It's a good return, though. So damage had already been done. We got 91 likes. Let's keep this thing up. No, I think it's simple with Burgess. He didn't have a preseason last year. They're giving him preseason reps. Didn't have a ton of defensive reps before he got hurt. So that's pretty much it for that. I think Boho is going to go. I mean, I think he's going to be kept, to be honest with you. I think Hector's gone, personally. So 2nd and 9 here. It looks like Locke is going to be in the gun with DeMaurier Crockett next to him. Getting some good push. Not enough, though. And Locke fires. And he finds Trinity Benson for a first down. Found the soft spot of the defense there. They're playing single high safety. Found the soft spot of the defense. Between Bronte Harris and J.R. Reed. So under center now is Locke at the 48-yard line with Denver driving here. Play action fake. Rolls to the right. Being chased. And he throws. Kendall Hinton catches it initially, but is brought down, and it looks like the ball came out. I think they're going to give him the catch. 13-yard gain, but Dion did hit him, and the ball did come out. Not Dion, sorry. It was Juju Hughes. McVay's throwing the challenge flag. I don't know how you say that's a catch, but I mean, whatever, right? I disagree. I think Atwell's looked good. I think he's carried the receiver room, and on top of that, I don't think the throws have been great for him. I don't think the plays have been great for him. They're asking him to do, things that he really didn't do a lot of at Louisville, which, I mean, I don't mind. I definitely want to see you be able to do a comeback, but, and he's doing well. And the thing with Atwell is I haven't seen one play where he was, blanketed. He's done a nice job of creating separation, which if you're fast, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't translate to the football field, and clearly the box has been checked. Tutu Atwell's speed translates to the football field. they were playing 12 yards off of him because they can't match up with him off the line of scrimmage. So oh, I do too. I mean, I think Perkins should be used as like Taysom Hill for sure. I think he should make the roster, and I think that should be the argument for him to make the roster, if not already what he's done. They're challenging this play. That's why there's a little bit of a break in terms of that. The score, Edwin, is 12-10. The Rams lead here in the third quarter. About 7:17 left to go in the third. So the ruling on the field stands. I don't understand how. Hinton caught it, sure. They were saying he made a football move. I really don't know what a catch is today, folks. I'll just be honest with you. I don't know what a catch is because he caught it, yes. But then he's being slowly but surely, like he's going to the ground. And then he drops the ball. Like the ball comes out on contact with the ground, which I don't know how that's really a catch, so to speak. He gets hit hard. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know how that's a catch. All right, here, 1st and 10. Lock, play action. Throws a strike back to Benson on the 11-yard strike there from Locke. You guys are having issues with the stream? That's a good run there. Stevie Scott, who was originally with the Saints, UDFA out of Indiana. Just took it for about 6. Ah, really? It's weird. It says that everything's good, so I don't know what's going on with the stream health. There's the handoff. And Crockett comes back in and gets a first down. They're around the 11-yard line here, the Broncos are. Jake Gervais is checking into the game on this. Under center, Locke hands it off. Bobby Brown is there, gang tackling with Copeland. And John Daka. So 2nd and 6 here. The Rams are trying to stop the Broncos, hold them to a field goal. Second and 6 at the 7. Locke fires, and he's got a touchdown. Austin Fort for the touchdown in between 2 defenders. So the Broncos now go up 16-12. Has it been lagging the whole time? Because it's weird. It's showing that it's good for me. I don't understand what the issue is. Let me see what I can do. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if it's back. I've been trying to kind of figure it out. I don't know what's going on. Well, here's the problem, guys. Those of you that are on YouTube, it's not me. YouTube's having an issue right now. Because it's over on Facebook, it's showing up fine. So if you want to find it over on Facebook, Downtown Rams Facebook, you can actually watch it right now. But on YouTube, we're apparently having all sorts of issues where it's struggling. Go figure. It's weird, I showed 0 drop frames, so this is... It's sending over just the right amount of... This is annoying, guys. It's sending over the right amount of bitrate. It's just YouTube is freaking out right now. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Jake, I think we have 5 tight ends capable of making the roster. Rams move. Could look weird, like a Johnny Munt trade, and others just make team. That's true. I think Munt is going to have a bigger role this year. I think you saw some of his ability last year against the Bears, on prime time. So I think you definitely are going to see him this year. I don't think they're going to trade him. I do think Bryson Hopkins makes this team. I've said it. I'll keep saying it. Perkins is coming out there down 17-12. 4:43 left to go here in the third. Rams obviously want to see some more out of Perkins. Let's see if he responds on this drive. He did last drive, leading him all the way down to the red zone, to the goal line, really, and falling just short and settling for a field goal. Here he is, under center at the 25-yard line. Atwell, the man in motion, hands it off. Xavier Jones gets about 4 on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 6. We have not seen Jake Funk. That could be a very good thing if you're a Jake Funk fan, because we have not seen him yet. And he's not hurt. And here we go with Perkins in the gun. 2nd and 6 here. Bunches to the left. And it's thrown to Tutu Atwell, a little over his head, but he got his hands on it. He should catch that over the middle. 3rd and 6 here. Definitely want to see him come down with that, though.